Tim, could you tell us about yourself and what you do?
Yeah, mate, I'm just a contract spray rig operator and a farmer, yeah.
And how did you get started, I suppose? I know you've got some share farming agreements, and you've got livestock, and you've got cropping, and you've got a fair bit happening. How did it get started originally?
Look, originally I went to university, Sydney Uni, and did a Bachelor of Farm Management, and decided that I didn't want to be a farm manager. I wanted to own the place or work for the money for myself. So I went out and bought a little spray rig, and I started off doing little places, and the demand got bigger, and the spray rigs got bigger until I got 3 or 4 of them behind me, and then we bought a little block of land. And actually the bloke next door came over and saw me, and he said he liked the way I was operating my own parcel of land, and he said, can I start taking on his as well in the profit share agreement? So essentially we sprayed for him, unbeknownst to me that he was going to ask that, and I didn't send him the bill. That was probably because I was being a bit slack with my paperwork, but it worked out in the long run, because when he came and asked me to send him the bill, he said he wasn't going to pay it, he was just going to let me take over his bit of country and work on a 50-50 share basis, so 50% in, 50% out. I did all the work.
Good. It's it's funny how good deeds come back and turn into better things. What kind of assistance did you utilise when setting up your business? Did you have access to anyone else, I suppose, from a external point of view, or anyone that you used as a mentor or I suppose a friend in the industry?
Yeah, look, I did. I actually used probably my biggest friend at the moment is my accountant and my solicitor. They do cost you a fair bit of money, but they put you down the right track and tell you whether you can or you can't. And that was a really good start. So they were both fairly positive and encouraging. And then I spoke to some people over towards Yeovil and had a bit of a chat who were doing the same sort of thing I was looking at, with a lot of livestock trading, and they gave me a few pointers and tips of the trade, and said, if you're going to have a go, you need to do it properly and get stuck into it. So that's what we've done.
And Tim, where are you going with the business now? Obviously you've got a good start, you've got established sections of your business. What's the future? Where's the future for you?
Yeah, look, so hopefully none of my clients, my spray clients, are listening to this, but the idea is to spend a bit more time spraying. It's a bit of a cash cow for me. It's paying for the farming. But in the next couple of years, I think we'll try and drop off a lot of the spraying and focus more on the acquisition of land. Not necessarily. I used to think I needed to own every bit of country I was going to run, but I think now these profit share agreements and leasing and share farming, it seems to work. I'm not putting money into land where I can be putting it into livestock. So in the next couple of years, I want to just increase. We're sort of running about 3,500 acres at the moment, plus spraying full time. So it's a pretty big job for myself. Running over 6,500 sheep. So I need to just sort of back off the spraying and pick up the land and try and get a bloke on to give me a hand, I suppose. Yeah.
What have been your biggest business challenges in your time, to date?
Time is a huge challenge. The weather at the moment, we go from excessive dry, which will bust anybody, to excessive wet when you can't even get on the land, but you can make money out of mud. So every day it rains, I'm happy about that. But obviously capital, that finance to start out is probably the killer. And I think if anybody was to ask me how I did it, it's a matter of just being patient and taking your time. You can't rain more than built in a day, so you can't expect to go and buy 1,000 sheep at $100. Go out and buy 200 or 300 at $100 and breed your way up. Start small and good things come.
I think you've touched on a bit, and I suppose the final question was, what business advice or tips would you like to share? And I think you've probably just touched on a couple of those.
From my perspective, outside of finance, I think you need to have a plan. That's the major piece of information that anybody's got to go into, because without a business plan, you can't make key decisions. You can't decide whether you want to move forward or stop, or whether you need to borrow money or not borrow money, whether it's a viable decision or not. And look, there's been times, you know, that I haven't stuck to my business plan and it's bitten me. So the key, I think, before you go to a bank or before you go to a potential share farm or any of those, is to have a business plan in place so that when you sit down and talk nitty gritty, you've actually got something to work by, and stick to your plan. Don't deviate. If it doesn't seem right, it's probably not right.
Very good. Well, thanks, Tim. I'll let you get on with spraying, and we'll catch up with you again soon.